privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Community. I'm sure that I shall. Now, of course, I have to wait and make sure I'm not broadcasting through my car. So as soon as I wind up live, well, I mean, I am live, but as soon as you get here, you can tell me if you're hearing me or if my lips are just moving and nothing's happening. Wouldn't be the first time. There's that old Justine up there in Boston. You have a fantastic internet system. I don't know how you always get to be first. Hi, Justine. Hey, Anne. Joyce. I will just make sure you can hear me, right? Because I'm still, sometimes when I plug into this, sometimes when I'm in the truck, it automatically goes through the, I'm not used to it. Loud and clear. Hi from the UK. Hello, Anne in the UK. Okay. Woo, so everybody has a minute. This is front seat frivolous time. There's that old Karen Williams. What are you doing, old Karen Williams? You may only have one. You must ration your peppermint patties. They went up in price. No, I'm kidding. I'm paying off Karen Williams in peppermint patties. No, I couldn't. Hello in Toronto. Oh, Toronto. I have to tell you, the other day in the antiques, in the thrift store, I bought my first piece of Canadian EAPG, and it's an antique, and it's a beautiful maple leaf. It's a glass dish with of course the maple leaves all around the outside and in the middle. Got a hole in my, oh, look at that, you heathen. Look at that. It's all right. I got another 4 or 5 years out of this t-shirt. So I found that. It's not here in my car. What I do have in my car are some of the things that I've thrifted this morning. It's starting to get warm. Some of the things that I've thrifted this morning, and I'm going to be excited to show them to you. If you're new to this, front seat frivolities just sort of pops up kind of whenever it can. And we have some trivia, some jokes. They haven't been very good the last week, month. Yeah, it will be a dust cloth in a few years. Dust? Yes, I dust. Now, see, this cell phone overheats like nobody's business. My old one didn't used to do this. So, and it's not sunny today, and it's not that hot, but I guess it's warm in the car. That's probably not going to do anything, but we'll see. Because this usually runs for about an hour. This is sort of lunch break. It's 1:20. I packed my own lunch today, but I did stop and get a cold one. That sounds like a beer. It's not a beer, obviously. Hold on for a second, everybody. I'm going to try to make my light go up. I can't see anything, and it's not your fault. If I disappear, I'll come back. I hope you'll come back. Yeah. Oh, fudge. I'm not going to be able to do it. It should not be doing this because it turned its brightness down by itself, and it is not hot. And now to go poking around to get my brightness to come up again, I'll never find. I know where it is, but I just want to make sure I can see what you say. Okay. Well, let me tell you that I have been. Hi, elderly poodle. Um, I will make this announcement again, but I made it last night at last night's live sale. This Friday night, Friday night, the 20th, at 8 o'clock, right here on this channel, the Old Curiosity Shop, I will bring you my first annual, we'll see, summertime, home for the holidays sale, where I'll have a little bit of every holiday I can think of, starting at 8 o'clock this Friday night. Yes, Christmas, Thanksgiving, blah, 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 including Halloween and others. Now, I'm going to show you. Yes, get some eggnog, turn your air conditioning down, pretend it's the holiday season, as we think of in October, November, December. Okay, sticky tape. Ooh, 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 ooh. I do have handy wipes, though. You guys are going to love this. Friday night, I will have my roots done. Your roots done? What does that mean? You getting a root canal Friday night, poodle? Ooh! Or is that something with your hairdo? I bet that's what it is. My cousin and I were making fun of my mother and my aunt, which is fun to do. Because we were remembering in the 70s, they would come over to each other's house. Somebody would come over to somebody's house, and then they'd get in the kitchen and they'd wrap their heads in like tin foil. I think it was called frosted tips. Anyway, they had some knitting needle thing. They put tin foil on their heads and they'd pull out bits of hair. They looked like creatures from Mars. And then they'd put coloring on it. Is that what you're doing, Poodle? During my holiday show, is your head going to be covered in tin foil? Aluminum foil, whatever. All of my, if you live long enough, and in your brain you're into the 1930s, all of your expressions are out of date. Huh? Isn't that what that's called? Frosted tips? They call it frosting your hair. Is that when you pull it through this? My mother was the queen of frosted flakes. No, frosted tips. Oh, I like burnt tips myself. That's a little steak dish you can get. No one frosts anymore. Oh, well, it was a thing in the 70s. Ooh, and it stunk. They'd have to turn the fan on. Huh? It's fall now? Yeah. Well, we've got 63 people sitting here waiting for the jokes, the trivia, and what has he bought today in the thrift stores? Well, let's begin, shall we? We shall. Now, don't forget this. I'm going to say it probably 8 times. this Friday night, I got distracted there because wait a minute, this Friday night at 8 o'clock, right here on this channel, the Home for the Holidays sale. Okay, let's have some in the news. Well, this is called Everybody's Talking. What are they talking about? What are you talking about? Frozen ashtray. Frozen artistry. Okay, that was a good start. A few I seen. I didn't seen that. It went away too fast. Frozen artistry. I haven't proofread any of these. In Harbin, China, winter becomes a canvas for the breathtaking Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival, transforming the season into a dazzling spectacle. This annual celebration features life-size replicas of global landmarks carved from ice, with shimmering lights casting vibrant hues over the frozen masterpieces. Visitors can explore reimagined icons like the Acropolis or the slide down giant ice creations along the frozen Songhua River. The event's magic peaks at night when vivid colors illuminate the frosty structures, creating a surreal, dreamlike atmosphere. Beyond the festival, Harbin also offers the Siberian Tiger Park, home to the majestic big cats in their natural winter habitat. Oh, I'd love to see that. Perfect blend of wonder and wildlife. Well, I can't afford to travel to China anytime soon, so I guess I'll have to, I don't know, throw some ice cubes in the backyard and slide around in my bathing suit and create my own magical frosty structure. But that sounds interesting. Oh, here's what's happening. What? Yeah, I like ice. Oh, those snow monkeys, I know. And you know what else I'm fascinated with? I love watching them. They're called, not lemur, gibbon. I love those things. They look like they have a mask on. They could be all black with like a white mask, or they could be white with a black mask. Well, they can be different colors, but and the noise those things make, they're they're kind of odd, almost human-like with those long arms. Gibbon. Have you ever seen a gibbon? I love watching videos on them. They're really interesting creatures, but I don't think they live in the snowy areas of China. I think they're in more of a chilly, a warmer spot. All right. Well, let's do a trivia. Who wrote the? And you cannot Google. Stop Googling, because I said so. Who wrote the poem Jabberwocky? Now, the only thing I know about Jabberwocky, there was a scene from the original Wizard of Oz, a dance number and a musical number, and it was cut. And I think that was the dance of the Jabberwocky or something. But there were Jabberwockies in that thing. Who wrote the poem Jabberwocky? I think somebody said Lewis Carroll. It's always fun for me to try to figure out how to turn this around to get the answers. And I only know that because when we did the Wizard of Oz in high school, we kept the Jabberwocky in. We kept that scene in. Because nothing's better than a horrible 3-hour high school performance of the Wizard of Oz than turning it into a 3.5-hour performance of the Wizard of Oz by adding in cut scenes. Wasn't that the Jabberwocky, or am I thinking of something else? Anyway, we've got 80 people here, and I think only one person answered the question, and I don't know who they were, but it is Lewis Carroll. I bought a 1930s lamp that appeals to me, and I bet it's going to appeal to some of you. This really, probably there were two. It's very boudoir, bedroom-ish. Certain that's what it was. There's only one now, but it's so large it can easily stand alone as one nightstand lamp, or it would be absolutely beautiful in a little bathroom if you have a bathroom large enough. I don't have a bathroom large enough to put a lamp in. But this is right out of the 30s. I've never seen this one before. I've seen similar to it. It's all original, even those flowers inside of this glass. Now this is blue. This is glass on the bottom that it is, and they would. It's paint, so it stays on there. You would see these in pink and green and yellow. These pastel colors, very typical. I've never seen one with a center like this, and it's got silk flowers in it. I believe them to absolutely be original, and I can tell you why I believe them to be original if you'd like to know. Some tarnish has happened up here. This is all metal, not plastic, but we can see it was supposed to look brassy like this, and then there in places it has worn off. So we can either leave it like it is or do something like that. And then a wonderful shade. What's unusual about the shade is that it's solid on top. So rather than sort of a hurricane lampshade, and a lot of these lampshades, the top is open, you're going to get a lot of heat buildup in here. There's no vent for this. So honestly, I wouldn't use more than, they have a 60-watt light bulb on it. I wouldn't go any much above that. In fact, I'd probably put a lower wattage of a light bulb in it. Right out of the 30s, again, it's at least 12 about 12 inches tall. So I can see this on a bedside table in a bedroom, or even in a bathroom. What is FFG? I don't know all these abbreviation things. So 1930s. Now let me look and see what this FFG is. A Florida Golden Girl. Just chatting. Oh, you're talking about other stuff. Okay. That's fine. So then, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in here as well. The other day, I picked up a silver-plated, what would have been for a bride's basket. The frame, glass completely gone. I've seen them. I know exactly what they look like. I know what they were made for. And I have that at home. You haven't seen it because I haven't put it in a thrift haul yet. But today, I got another one, and this is an older one. Karen, look at this. I know. Silver plate. This is Rogers Brothers. I paid, well, I'll tell you what I paid. I paid $7.90. I paid $7.99 for it. It is wonderful. Look at the detail on both sides of the handle. The inner side and the outer side has the pattern. Look at the top. This is very 1880s, 1890s. Good. I'm glad that. And that was a PSE&G van. That's. Now, why was. Never mind. Now I can roll this back down. There's the base of it, very well done. And then you can see inside, there is a little indentation here. And so quite often a fancy glass piece would sit in here. And sometimes it was case glass. I've seen white opalescent glass with cranberry. You see all different kinds. And this was, a lot of times bride basket or fruit bowl, but this is a nice one. Again, your comments go by quickly, especially if you're talking about. See? So antique again, Victorian. I don't know what I might or might not have at home to stick in it, but that's a good one. I don't know what. I guess I'll put it right here on my lap. I've got so much to show you. Let me keep showing you things so that wait a minute. Sell it as is. No, I'm keeping it because I'm gonna put. I'm gonna. We'll see. I loan silver. I love silver. Now I know what you know what this is. But anyway, I'll get. And I didn't count. All right. It's the Anchor Hocking Sandwich Pattern Punch Bowl with cups. There's the sandwich pattern. We've all talked about sandwich glass before. I think there's no need to beat a dead horse. But this is the Anchor Hocking example from the mid-century. I didn't count the mugs, the cups. I don't care. There's a lot of them in here. What's not in here is the base. And you know that these had a separate base. And I think, but I won't know until I get my hiney home, somewhere in that basement, I think I've got a milk glass sandwich base from Anchor Hocking. If I don't, we'll find one. I'm not a big milk glass dude, but I have the red and the green, and here's the white and sandwich pattern. So, and I've been able to sell these. There seems to be some interest, and so that's the reason why I went and got. And I don't find the sandwich milk glass quite as often. So hopefully at home I have the base for it, but if it's not there, I'm not going to cry in my cornflakes. I love this lamp. Did any of you freak out over that lamp? I couldn't see. Scott, is that custard color? No, that one's not custard, it's white. They did make one in custard. And do I? It goes away too fast. Your comments last for 3 seconds, and it was a punch bowl. You never seen the? Yeah, the milk glass one is out there, but I don't find it much. The custard is I hardly ever find. I've never found the custard. I actually prefer the custard. Now, Karen just said the lamp is different. Now, I had a conversation with. We won't get into it. We'll do that some other time. I don't want to run my mouth. I don't want to talk too long. I had a long conversation with a friend of mine about that expression. When someone says something is different, Karen, I'm not going to be able to see it. All right, I have to say it because I already opened my mouth. You know, you have someone over for dinner, I don't know, and you give them lasagna, and you say, well, what did you think about the lasagna? And they say, well, it's different. Look, if you don't like it, say you don't like it. When somebody says it's different, that is not complimentary. That meant that Karen Williams was actually saying, not really my style. I'm making fun of you, Karen. I love it. But you know, you go to church and you have an outfit on and someone comes up to you and says, well, that's different. Okay, that's not really complimentary, isn't it? And I'm not saying that Karen has to be complimentary of the lamp. I'm just laughing. I'm remembering and she's laughing. I'm remembering the conversation because I know Karen does not like that lamp. Now, if it were D, she would say, that's butt ugly. Well, listen, D, if you're watching, I sold my butt ugly plunger lamp. Anyway, what my daughter says, that's really, oh, I missed it. It went away. Do you like my hairdo? Well, that's different. Karen, don't worry. You're not getting that lamp in a goodie box. Is that Heather behind you? It better watch it. Watch it be. Is it? Watch it be one of them Revive It sisters again. Because it is Tuesday. It's Old Man Day. I don't think they're seniors yet, are they? Ha ha. I don't think either one of them are over 55. Hi, Scott and chat. I don't think either one of the girls are 55 or older. They might. No, they can't. I don't think they are. I don't know. Anyway, anyway, did you know? Did you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that I'm showing you? Um, Ghost dog. The Saspari, a shaggy breed of dog native to Korea, was believed to chase away evil spirits. Its name means one that roots out ghosts, and its productive nature made it a cherished guardian. Its protective nature. I didn't sound right. Um, okay. Many see the loyal dog as a symbol of good fortune. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Youngest winner. At 17, Malaya Yousafzai became the youngest Nobel Prize winner for her efforts to expand girls' education. Dedicated to learning, she stayed in class after hearing the news of her award, determined to finish the school day as usual. Well, good girl. That's smart. Melon makeover. I hope it's not a cantaloupe. I have to get ready just in case it's a cantaloupe. It's not. Square watermelons aren't a special variety. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Because if I run into a square watermelon, somebody's monkeyed with it. Let me keep reading. Huh? Did you know why melons can't get married? Why? Why can't a melon, melon? They can't elope. You should write for this because that's better than some of these. Now, where was I? Um, Wait a minute. All right. Square watermelons aren't a special variety. They're just regular melons grown in boxes to shape them. Oh, originally made for easy storage, they're now pricey gifts. In Japan, they look impressive, but aren't known for great flavor. No. Thank you. What else did the man get? All right. This was probably a mistake. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now remember, you've got to stop. Well, I remember I sold one in my antique booth in 1982. Those prices are gone, right? And I've been doing this for a while. I know what I can sell and what I can't sell, but I'm going to try it and see if I can bring back the snack set. Now, let me tell you why I bought these. I love this snack set. I've always loved how Deco these trays are. See? The little bubbly circles. I love that. And I found a stack of 4, and they've stuck on there the red. This is when I went, ooh. They stuck on there the red Those are the red Anchor Hocking cups. Punch cups. And what I could do is I could sell, there's 4 of them. I can sell the 4 with the 4 red cups, or I could do 2 red cups and 2 green cups. How about that for Christmassy? So we'll see what happens. But I do love this particular pattern on these little snack sets. I just like it. I've always been attracted to it. And the Anchor Hocking cups will fit right in there. And I think they'd be cute to mix the red and the green colors. I guess I'll find out. Nobody buys them. Yeah, just everything. Now I have other things I have to unwrap. And some of the things are in the back seat. Oh, I know. Well, maybe I don't know. Oh, come here. Ugh. All right, I'm still showing you. Yeah. I'm still showing you things that I purchased today. People are now using them for other purposes. Mini cheese and cracker boards. Yeah. Again, everything that you're seeing, I bought this morning. Zipping around. Here is a little tiny, it's a little one. Cute, candy, nuts, blah, blah, blah. Carnival glass, that's an antique one. Fenton Imperial. Millersburg. You know the people that made Carnival. And that's the most common color is marigold, but it's a nice pattern and it's a nice little one. So I said, why not? Yeah. I said, why not? I like that. This is heavy. Wait. Florida girl, someone just gave me the same cup with a. Um, 150 years ago, there was a lady, a couple, husband and wife. They seemed old to me. They were probably in their 70s in those days, and I'm in my 20s. And I was working at an antique. I actually worked behind the counter at an antique mall for. It was a summer job. 2 or 3 summers I did it, and I got to know all the dealers there. And I had a space in there. I was in my 20s. Anyway, there was a couple called Mr. and Mrs. Casper, and they were wonderful. And they taught me so much. I was away from home, and they would have me over for dinner and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a huge fan of coin glass by Falstoria, but Mrs. Casper collected it, and I can just every time I see a piece of coin glasses by Falstoria, I have to get it because I always think of her. She and her husband taught me so much about antiques when I was a youngin'. So it's a very pretty color. I'm not an expert on it. I know that Falstoria did this, and I believe this is like a 1960s, 70s thing. So it does have coins on it, and sometimes there are dates. I know people will see this, and they'll see a coin, and it says 1887, and they go, "Oh, 1887, try 1977," something like that. But again, as I said, we'll see. I've never sold a piece. I don't think I've ever sold a piece of Fenton coin. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's what it does. It's a very pretty color and heavy, thick. You see what I paid for? You see what I paid for it? I'm not getting things at thrift stores for $2. Now, I did get my old man discount today, but it's a lot of money. And I know how much I need to make on each item, and well, we've been through that. It's not a matter of just. Anyway. Oh, what's in this? This is heavy. Wait a minute. What are you asking me? Is that? I don't know. Went too fast. I'm sorry. I went too fast. You admire the coin? The coin? Okay. I need an old man fake ID so I can. The old man will come soon. Anyone making? No. I've got the original. Yeah, the 1880s stuff. Right. I wish. Oh. This is Cambridge. I don't know. I hope, and I bought this because last night somebody said, I need one in amber. And I said, well, I've got 3 in amber down in the basement. But I bought another one today. It's dirty. This is Cambridge. This is center bowl. Beautiful amber Cambridge glass, encrusted with gold and etched. That's all you need to say about it. Circa 1930. It's a center bowl. Put some amber candlesticks. It's a pretty one, but I'm having a harder time selling console bowls now. I sold them, they sold very well for a couple of years. I might have saturated my own market with them. I don't know. Like, how many console bowls do you need? It's not really something that you can collect unless you have, it's kind of like collecting washing machines. I mean, where are you going to put them all? But this is a pretty one. It's good quality, and the gilding on it is excellent. And the etching is pretty. So, anyway. For the holiday sale, I am going to be bringing not only just decorations, but some glass as well. Friday night. Get out of here. So if you just tuned in, may I remind you that this Friday night at 8 o'clock right here on this channel is my first annual Summertime Home for the Holidays live sale. And I hope that you'll come see me. Oh, for Pete's sake. I got another one. Now, I taught you that pattern, and I also taught you the difference between this and the reproduction. Did you remember? What's the name of the pattern, and is that the reproduction or not? I'll just tell you because I can't see the comments go so fast. That's that daisy and pineapple little serving bowl, and I got another one, and I taught you in the last video, that if it had a ruffled top, it's the old one from the 30s. Not only does it have a ruffled top, but there's a 9-pointed star that's missing from the pattern here. And in the reproduction, it's in the mold, that 9-pointed star. So I found this today, knowing that ruffled top and no 9-pointed star in there means that we've got an original one that Indiana put out in the 30s, I think 1932 to 1938. And then they released some more later on. I don't know if it was part of their Tiara line but later on in the 70s, they started to pump some out. That will stay with me because I'm going to get rid of not the reproduction bowl, but the 70s bowl I'll get rid of, and I'll keep that one with the other daisy and pineapple pieces that I have. Okay, I'm trying to keep it going here. Oh my goodness. I bought this today. I did a Revive It Sisters trick. They're always hiding things in thrift stores. Now, sometimes it works out for them. They go back and it's still there. I hide something and it don't last. It ain't still there when I go back. Anyway, I hid, and you can tell them I said that. I hid this because it's missing a tooth. So am I. But it's way in the back. You can't see it. This is missing a tooth. I don't like damage, but I'm keeping it because I had to get it, even though it's missing a tooth. I'm going to hold it up and let you see. It is one of the most beautiful, sparkly, arcly pieces of American brilliant cut glass. The number of times I've gone back for something and someone else, I know. This is American brilliant cut. And look at that design. You can, when I saw it, I said, tooth or no tooth. You're from at least the 1890s, maybe the 1880s. It takes a long time to figure out American Brilliant Cut. You can find EAPG. Sometimes it takes a long time to find it, but sometimes I am hoarding my American Brilliant Cut. I don't know. I think anybody who loves American Brilliant Cut, and there's my tooth right there. There's my missing tooth. All right. Okay. You know what? I don't know if you're seeing. I won't know until I go home and watch some of the video. I don't sit there and watch the whole. I hate watching myself. But I hid it. Came back today and there it was. You ain't kidding, Master Craftsman. When you think that every single line on this was water sprayed on it and a cutting tool at a wheel. Oh, I'll take it with that tooth. Now, this isn't supposed to be on here. I know this isn't where it's supposed to be. But guess what? I can do anything I want. I know it's not supposed to be there. Anyway. Ouch. Oh, it wouldn't even surprise me. You've got to really study these. Most of them are not signed, but occasionally you'll find one signed Fry or Libby or, one at Whore, one of the other. I shouldn't say one of the other hundreds of. You know where I'm parked? I'm parked in front of this strange place called something Hair Lounge, but all the windows are black, tinted, like everything is tinted black. What do you suppose? Is that where they go in and they get that waxing done? Is that why it's? I was parked here once before. What? You'll tell him. Tell me what later. Tell me now. Tell me now. What are you supposed to tell me later? Huh? What's wrong? Man wax for back. I don't have hair on my back. Grass doesn't grow on a busy street. What? What was Karen supposed to tell me? Listen, you'll love this. So I'm in the thrift store today, getting excited about my home for the holidays sale this Friday night at 8 o'clock. Boy, I'm really plugging that, aren't I? Oh, you just saw it. I have a giveaway. Your marriage glass and some. I said it didn't work. I didn't say that it matched. Did I? Um, Listen, my grandkids are loving. Your grandkids are loving the live stream? Well, tell them we've got jokes coming up. This is a giveaway. This giveaway is going to be given away Friday night, and I just bought it at the thrift shop. Look at the smell, the name of the smell. Can you read it? I did my fingernails. Look, what's the smell? You can't see it. It says Yankee Candle. I know what a Yankee Candle is. My mother's always lighting them. It says home for the holidays. And guess what? No, it hasn't even been lit. What am I getting? I'm not sure what I'm getting from that. It might smell like your house at the holidays. Anyway, that's going to be a gift Friday night. Never been lit. Let's do knock knock. Who's there? Aurora. Aurora who? Aurora just came from that big polar bear. I think my Zsa Zsa Gabor joke was funnier last night, and half of you didn't even get it. Half of you didn't even get my joke last night. I was mad. I'm going to tell it again for those of you who weren't there. I was holding up a console bowl. Now, how many times have I held up a console bowl? Told you what a console bowl is. You can't think of anything interesting to say. It's like holding up a mixing bowl or a spoon. Everybody knows what it is. So I said, trying to describe a Depression era rolled edge console bowl to this audience is like being the fifth husband of Zsa Zsa Gabor on your wedding night. You know what to do, but you don't know how to make it interesting. And nobody laughed. I think one person chortled a little bit. Fine. Thank you, Sharon. You got the joke today, or you got it? You said you got it. You didn't say it was funny or not. What do you get if you mix a skunk with a hospital? Huh? I don't get it? Well, somebody's going to have to explain it to you. I'm not explaining it. I want to see somebody explain it in words to whoever it was that just said they didn't get it. What? What do you get when you mix a skunk with a hospital? A medical center, spelled S-C-E-N-T-E-R. Are your grandkids still watching, whoever that was? You unplugged? I missed it. It disappeared, sorry. Pity the one who can't find a singing partner. Pity the one who can't find a singing partner. They need a do-it-yourself kit. They need a duet, D-U-E-T, yourself kit. I've got some breath mints around here somewhere that would leave a better taste in my mouth than these. Let's finish them off. Oh, there's two more. It doesn't take a very big person to carry a grudge. Well, that's not a joke. Tim, why do you have a cow in the front yard? He asks of Tim. Oh, no, Tim said that. I'm sorry. Tim says, hey, why do you have a cow in your front yard? And Jim says, it's mooing the lawn. Now, there's more back here, and I can't get to all of it. You'll have to see. I'll show you one or two more things. This has rhythm. Look at the undulating line. Is it undulating? Is that it? Look at the rhythm of this. That's a console bowl. It's got 3 feet. It's crystal. It's very 30s. I had to get it. There's also there's a depression pattern called Caribbean. Now that's not what this is, but it's similar to this. You can look it up. It's called Caribbean, and the Caribbean pattern reminds me of this. But I really was attracted to it. Flip it for. No, this isn't the Manhattan pattern. It looks like it. Yeah, if David were here, he'd put it on his head. Is anybody? Now see, you guys told me to do that. I can't see if there's anybody in that car or not. I don't. There is. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to get out of here before they. Look, Karen. Because I felt like it. Who is the maker? I don't know yet. On this, I don't know. I'll study it. And you know me, and I'm not going to say it, so I'm not going to say it. I will study it. But yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Now I want to show you, I think I want to show you. Let's do a few more of these. Oh, that's different. You wait. How do you like the egg salad sandwich I prepared for you, Scott? Well, it's different. We did the jokes. Garlic myth. A study used leeches to put garlic's vampire repelling powers to test. Given the choice, the bloodsuckers latched onto a garlic-covered arm faster than an untreated one. Instead of scaring them off, garlic seemed to make them hungrier. I really did not need to know that. Mini Grinch. In the Jim Carrey film How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Joshua Evans had a rare condition that made him appear much younger than his actual age. Though 18 at the time, he convincingly played an 8-year-old Grinch. Haven't seen the movie, and I'm not going to read the horoscopes because that is not my thing. Everybody's talking. Well, what are they talking about? Quotable quotes. Walls turned sideways are bridges, says Angela Davis. What isn't said is as important as what is said Colson Whitehead. What's happening around my area? Heather so-and-so is going to be selling bolo ties, patches, pins, t-shirts, accessories, and jewelry in the horror spooky aesthetic. Would you like some horror spooky aesthetic jewelry and bolos? I could use a bolo in the horror aesthetic. Oh gosh, I have to. Now I look like Richard Nixon at the first televised presidential debate. Didn't he look awful in that shirt? They say that's why he lost. No, that's not why he lost. Sharon, yes. What? Ponderosa and banana. What are you guys talking about? Ponderosa? Are you guys talking about steak joints? I haven't seen either one of them in 100 years. Danny Thomas. My new favorite is Danny Thomas and that girl set design. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let me see if I can reach something that's back here. Hold on. Pardon me. I don't know. Oh! Woo! I forgot. Now this might be Duncan and Miller. Again, I will look it up. It's either Duncan and Miller, but a lot of people. Yeah, the bottom on it is polished. Um, it's a clear glass, elegant Swan, and it's lovely. Uh, a lot of the glass companies did this kind of thing in mid-century. Something is leaning me towards the Duncan and Miller on this rather than the Falstoria. But as I said, I will go home and I have a resource for this. I'll be able to find it real fast. It's a large one, and the condition on it is excellent. I need her. I need that Swan. There is a YouTube channel designer. Isn't it wonderful? I think it's the Duncan and Miller example. And it wouldn't surprise me if it is. It's a nice one. And large. I'll put it back down there in a minute. I bought a huge Duncan and Miller. Went away too fast. So what decade on that? It's just mid-century. I'm not. I can't tell you exactly 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, but I'll say mid-century. I didn't say mid-century modern, of course, as you know. The middle of the century. For I'm not getting a 20s feel for it. Again, I don't Google things typically, so I need to go home and research it. But I'm not getting a 20s feel. If I were to say if it is Duncan Miller, it might be something that they did in the 40s, 50s, or 60s. But I'm just by looking at it, gut feel without really doing any research on it. So I'm gonna say it's yeah. Look at these. Oh my gosh. You know, these weren't expensive, so I bought them. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold them up and I'm going to say to you, these were either made, these are either 1930s Art Deco era, or they were made in China 5 years ago. Now, the funny thing is, watch out. Stuff is coming over from China And you really need to know your beeswax. They're making what looks like enamelware. They're making there's just a whole bunch of stuff from China. So these, which I'm going to show you, I've not Googled them, are either from 1930 or China last year, one or the other. Blue glass candlesticks with chrome. Now, just because they're not marked doesn't mean anything. A lot of times, the chrome from New York and various places, no marks. Uh, I've never seen these before. I'm somewhat suspicious of them, but I'll find out when I do some digging. I like them anyway because they definitely have that Art Deco look of blue glass with chrome. If they were made last year in China, they have decorative value. If they're American made from the 1930s, then they have higher value because they would be from the Art Deco era. But again, they were very inexpensive, and then in this bag, and I'll learn, I'll know. And that's why in the store I don't, I just went ahead and got them because they, as I said, they weren't expensive. And I like chrome, and I love blue glass, and I love anything that's from the Art Deco era, as you know as well. So I don't know, I don't know, probably somebody's Googling them now. This is the last thing this is the last thing, I think. Are we done with these? Probably. Oh, I don't know, there might be something else. Oh, I'm not going to show you these. I'm not in the mood. I have to figure out what those are. These are nasty. Oh, this is the last thing. These need a bath like you don't know. Oh, that breeze feels good. These are filthy. And they are wonderful. And I bought 4 of them. Hold the line, everybody. Hold the line. Oh boy, do these need to be cleaned. Now, they're not watermelon. That would be lovely. They ain't. But they are 4 elegant, not frosted. That's dirt. But it has a honeycomb optic to the bowl of the sherbet and a green base. What is the last time you went to a live auction? It's been a while. I don't remember. I like them, but it's been a while. So these really need to be cleaned. It's paper thin, elegant depression glass. And it's only 4. All right, so what? Please use liquid ivory. Why do you want me to use liquid? Why? I use a generic brand that works well, that takes the grease off. I can't remember the name of it, but I get it at Aldi or Lidl, I think. Lidl. So it has the green base on the bottom to the foot. It won't hurt the glass. I mean, in terms of cleaning glass, almost any degreasing, over-the-counter dish soap will work. The ivory is more expensive, but it wouldn't. You'd really have to go at these with a steel wool to damage them. So I'll just put them in warm water and get the grease off. Yeah, any dish soap. I mean, and I know suds don't last as long. if you can't find. I can find ivory, but I don't need to pay for it. It's more. It costs more than the cheaper stuff. And for me, the cheap stuff. Not for me, but the cheap. I haven't had any problem with the cheap stuff. Uh, Anything else? I don't think so. Poodle. Nothing more rewarding than cleaning a treasure. Um, and I'm in that sink every day, and you know it. Sometimes I'm in that sink for an hour. Everything gets hand washed. Everything gets hand dried. Yep. I'm in that sink for an hour every day. All right, now don't fall. Can I get home without? Ugh. I don't think I can. Well, that's my problem. After we go off camera. All right, let me get a. I thought it was the bathtub. Karen, the only time I got in the bathtub with a piece of glass, and the public hasn't seen it yet. Well, they have seen it, but they haven't seen it, was with that punch bowl. And I got in the bathtub with a punch bowl, fully clothed, with an American Brilliant Cut punch bowl that weighs 30 pounds. Yes, I did. You should have seen me. Yeah, you wanted me to go live then from the bathtub? You people are nosy. Ooh, there he goes calling his audience, you people, again. Isn't it fun that we get together and have fun? I hope you have fun. I have fun. I think we're done with this. Okay. I'm ready to get home and get this stuff into the house. Huh? What's in your I can't see it now. There is a video coming out today. I sent my invoices from last night. Tonight while I'm watching somebody. What's today? Tuesday? Tuesday? That means it's those sisters. Wait a minute. The sisters are on tonight. I'll pack while I'm watching them. You know, I'm on the floor packing stuff, yelling at the television set while they're on. Thank you everyone for coming to Front Seat Frivolities. Remember, you can always watch it on rerun, and one of these days I'll put a whole bunch of them together in a playlist. And if you got nothing else to do, let it roll. I hope you'll come see me Friday night at the Home for the Holidays not extravaganza, but live sale. Have a wonderful Tuesday, everyone, and thank you for joining me on my lunch break. And you didn't actually see me eat anything. I need to eat something. Oh, just missed it. Yes, Friday night. I've always done some. Let me just see. Let me just catch the. So we'll just say goodbye now, unless there's anything hot to trot. Well, hello, goodbye. Oh, you just got here. You can watch it on rerun if you want to. You're welcome. Okay, everyone. So long for now. Bye. Where is it? Up there.